Habari Gandhi. This is a Swahili greeting that is used during Kwanzaa. It means, what is the news? This greeting is meant to be answered by one of Kwanzaa's 7 principles, including faith and unity. So, what else do we know about the holiday? It is a week-long holiday, and it begins December the 26th, and it ends January the 1st, 2022. Even though it falls around the holiday season, it is not a religious holiday. So why is Kwanzaa celebrated in the first place? The 7-day celebration is relatively a modern holiday. In fact, it began in 1966. Mr. Karinga, who was a professor from California, decided he wanted to bring the African American community together. So with that in mind, and the spirit of the traditional African harvest, and I guess there's some connection with the Old Farmer's Almanac, the holiday was born. Decades later, Kwanzaa is primarily celebrated in the United States and in Canada, and I think in some Caribbean also. Each day, the festival is celebrated with one of the 7 Kwanzaa principles. So we're going to go through the principles in just a minute. There are 7 candles. 1 candle is lit per day until all 7 of them are lit, and we will talk about what each one means. And so January the 1st, all of the candles have been lit. So the first candle that will be lit is the candle of unity, because success starts with unity. That's unity of family, that's unity of community, as unity of nation and of race. The next candle that will be lit is self-determination. Self-determination is something that just kind of talks about we need to be responsible for ourselves, to create our own destiny. We can't depend on someone else. We have to depend on God and ourselves. The third candle that will be lit is collective work and responsibility. You know, we need to maintain and to build a community together as people, to work together and to help one another within our community. You know, we can't look at people and say, oh, they're poor, so, you know, I'm not going to help them. No, that's our brother, that's our sister. We need to help them with whatever they need help with. The next candle that we will light is collective economics. And with collective economics, here we need to build, we need to maintain and support our own stores and our own establishments and our own businesses. And it's very important to have your own business or to have something that you can fall back on, not only to help yourselves, but to help others. The next candle that is lit is purpose. This is to restore the African American people to their traditional greatness, to be responsible for those who came before us, our ancestors, and to those who will follow behind us. So that means our children and our children's children. And then we have to look at our forefathers, our parents. We have to reach out and help them too. We don't just leave them to fend for themselves when they get old, but we reach a helping hand and help them, because at that point in their life, they may not be able to help themselves. The next candle lit is the candle of creativity, and using creativity and imagination to make our community better than when we first inherited it. Because out of creativity comes all of these other things. I made this Kwanzaa Setup. It was made from Dollar Tree products. So if you want to do something like this, you can use your creative juices to do it. Also, this mat here, I made that out of a Dollar Tree hat. And so, you can be creative as you can. And the last candle that is lit is faith. And believing in our people, our families, our educators, our leaders, and of the righteousness of the African American struggle. And there's one thing about the African American, at least in my community, is that we believe in God, and God comes first. God is what have given us all of these. If you look here, you will find that there are plenty of bounty here. You have corn and apples and oranges and peppers and grapes and lastly, participants in the very end celebrate with feasts, music, dance, poetry, and narratives, and the end of the holiday with a day dedicated to reflection and recommitment to the 7 principles and other central cultural values. So if you have liked what you've seen, please comment, like, subscribe, and save. And remember to be kind to others, and it will come back to you.